Hello everybody, so today I have a much more different video and as well a much more special video for you guys for Wednesday. I am very aware that there's an entire community on YouTube that is based on literature, and I will say that they don't get as much acknowledgement as they should because they do such amazing videos and their reviews are impeccable and they're better than the one that I'm going to do. So yes, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I will be doing a book review. I will be doing a book review on a book that I'm sure all of you have been wanting me to do a book review on because it is pretty obvious how I got it and it is pretty obvious that I vlogged that day. So the book I'll be reviewing today is In Real Life, My Journey to a Pixelated World by Joey Graceffa. And I finished this book on May 28th of 2015, so that was 10 days after I got it. So it was pretty quick to read it, and that was because I became very intrigued with the book, not just because of who he is, but as well because I didn't know a lot of his personal life. I didn't know a lot about his actual story, of his actual childhood, of his teenage years, of when he got here to LA. I didn't know as much about it. I wasn't as knowledgeable on his story, so I really wanted to read it. As you all may or may not know, I as well had the privilege to meet Joy himself in person the exact same day I bought the book, and let me tell you, he is the sweetest and kindest person I have ever met, and I was blown away because, I always have this positive perspective of YouTube vloggers that if I'll ever meet them, they'll be kind and heartwarming and they'll be just the best person in the world. But I do understand that not everybody is like that. I'm just gonna ruin your dreams there, that not every vlogger is like that. Some vloggers, I will say, that are actually rude. I'm not gonna name any names, of course, but yes, I was blown away because the perspective and the idea I've had of him whenever I met him was true, and that honestly the best thing ever. So now on to the book. So book wise, it was a pretty amazing book. I learned a lot of stuff from Joey that I would have never learned from a 10 to 15 minute video, and some stuff really shocked me a lot, and other stuff I kind of was already expecting, but it was like 1% that I was expecting, and then 99% was stuff that I never knew happened to him or that I never knew he experienced. And it it sort of broke my heart on some situations that he had to face because there was some things in this book. I'm not going to say what it is because, of course, if you haven't read this book, I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise for you of what is in the book. But there was some experiences that he faced that really broke my heart, and I told myself that nobody should ever experience those things. Nobody should ever have to go through those type of things, and it really saddened me. And I can say that I began reading the book the day of. So the day that I got it, I began reading the book. I stayed at the Grove where the photo op and meet and greet was happening for a good hour after it closed, and I just was reading, and I began reading the first 3 chapters that day. And to those of you who have not read the book, or to those of you that actually have read the book, I'm sure that you can agree with me when I say that the first 3 chapters of the book are the hardest chapters to read in the entire book because of the content of these 3 chapters. And like I said, it honestly broke my heart to have had to read that because there's no easier way to put this, but I can say that the first 3 chapters are, shockingly, they're really relatable to me, and they were so relatable to me. I didn't really care that I was in a public place. I began to cry because it was so emotional. It was so shocking to me. It was so shocking to me that he had to experience these things, and I experienced similar things in my personal life that I will probably never say what they actually are, but I know that at some point I'll eventually say it when I'm strong enough to say them. But I calmed myself a little there. So yeah, as oh my gosh. So yeah, as I was saying, some stuff are really relatable, and I told myself about those things that I had experienced similar things, and I know that he did as well because it's in the book. But I feel that no other human being should ever have to experience those type of things. And like I said, I started to cry, as sadly I did now, and it just, I don't know, my heart broke quite a lot reading those 3 chapters, and I emphasize on a lot of them because they're the toughest ones to read. Sure, there is many tough situations that go on after the first 3 chapters, but those 3 really hit hard in my personal perspective, and it just broke my heart quite a lot. So moving on to the afterwards chapters, some stories are actually quite joyous, and then there's other stories that are quite as heartbreaking as the first 3 chapters, but they do have some sort of climax, which is, well, not climax, but final resolution, which is positive. But it like I said, I keep saying this quite a lot in this video, but the entire book shocked me quite a lot because there's no other easy way to put this, but we all, if you love him or not, but we all see him in videos that are 10 to 15 minutes long, and we laugh, or we cry, or we cry laugh, or we just watch them just for pleasure purposes. But the one thing that really shocked me was that in this book there was an entire life that has been hiding behind 10 to 15 minute videos that are comedic, that are joyous, or that are sometimes serious. But either way, there was an entire life that was hiding behind this book, and none of his viewers knew about it. And I personally didn't know about this life that was hiding behind the videos, that was hiding behind the vlogs, because even though we were watching vlogs, we were watching follow me around vlogs, there was still a lot that was hiding behind everything. And I was very privileged to have been able to know what it was. It was like a friend telling me a secret, and I have to keep it very well hidden. That's what it meant to me reading this book, and it really just surprised me and astonished me that there was an entire life hiding. And it just lets me know that not every YouTube vlogger has the perfect life. This may be only his life, but it made me realize that every YouTube vlogger has their own personal problems that they're dealing with. Even when they're doing a comedic video, even when they're doing a collab with another YouTuber, they might have personal issues going on in their personal life, and I might not even know them because I'm just too distracted laughing with them or laughing at them for doing something very silly. And it opened my eyes quite a lot. And I will say that I did film the book review a few days ago, but I decided to delete it because I didn't have as much of a clear mind as I do right now. So yeah, that's my end review. That it shocked me, but it was so amazing, and I know that I will always come back to this book if I have. So for my end review for the book, out of 11, I give it an 11 out of 11 because it's just such an amazing book, and I love it so much. Like I said, I'll come back to it whenever I need any advice, and I recommend it for you guys if you haven't read it, or if you're not very fond with Joey, you should read this book. I know that there will be something for everybody in this book, and there's a lot of heart, and there's a lot of heartbreak as well, and it's a book for everybody. And a little note to Joey, if you're ever watching this video, I just want to say that I would have never imagined that you were going through some of the stuff that you went through in the times when you were filming much more comedic videos, or when you were in Winter Spring Pro. I never in a million years would have imagined that these type of things were happening in your life, and it just makes me even more prouder to call myself a viewer of yours. And I am just so blown away, and I feel like I know you on a different level than I would have ever known you in a vlog or in a regular video. And I just want to say thank you so much for making the book for all of us, because like you said, you thought we would love it, and I absolutely loved it. And like I said, I'll come back to it, and thank you so much. And as well, thank you so much to you guys for watching this video, because it is my first book review, and if it goes well, I might do book reviews of other books, but for now, just this book. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up. Leave a comment down below with your opinions on the book, if you loved it or not, or tell me what parts were heartbreaking or what parts were just amazing. And subscribe here down below if you're new, and if you are on mobile or computer as well, and I will see you very soon with another video.